Hello and welcome to this week's video where I'm reviewing a car that saved an iconic British brand from bankruptcy. Yes, it's the Jaguar XF, which if it hadn't come out when it came out in 2008, Jaguar would have folded. So in this video I'm going to talk you through its design, its interior, its practicality, its performance and economy, and finally its price, to see whether it's worth it in a very crowded market with excellent cars such as the BMW 5 Series and Mercedes E-Class. So let's dive right in. So this XF second generation replaced the first generation car in 2015 and introduced modern design to the range, with newer headlights, whole new front face, new rear end, and a pre-changed side profile as well. Now this car has also had a facelift in 2020, which has included some new bumpers, which you can see on your pictures, and well, that's about it. However, overall at the front, I do think the car looks nice and it's very competitive for the other German cars in this market, such as the 5 Series. And at the back, this is as well as at the front, you can instantly tell without looking at the badging or anything that this is a Jaguar. It has that sort of Jaguar look to it. Otherwise, at the back, smart taillights and a smart bumper design, which it looks decent on this car, and that's why I do think the rear end of this car looks competitive and looks good as well. And moving on inside, you can tell this clearly that Jaguar spent most of the time when designing and finalizing this car, as the interior is a whole step above the old car and is also very luxurious and nice looking. Has an 11.4-inch curved glass screen, which is a touch screen, and it controls Jaguar's infotainment system, which does most functions of the car, and climate controls, as you can see, are separate below it with physical dials and touch sensitive buttons as well. Overall, the infotainment system is not as good as, let's say, a Mercedes or a BMW or even an Audi, but it's still decent nonetheless, and it's really improved with the facelift that came in 2020. You also get a digital driver's display, which I do really like. The digital driver's display, as it's clear, it's nice and concise, and you can, the color combination is good. Like on the BMW digital driver's display these days, it's quite dark. You can't sometimes tell what's happening, but this one is quite good. It's better than that one in the BMW. Overall, I do prefer this cabin to that of the 5 Series. However, it may be on par with the E-Class, but I don't think it's better in terms of design. But in terms of quality, well, it's even below the 5 Series, but I do think the car could be forgiven because this is just a nice interior to look at, and the quality isn't too bad to just make a difference. Now, in terms of interior space and practicality, is an area where the XF has the Germans trumped. It's 1.88 meters wide, which is wider than both the 5 Series and E-Class. This means there's plenty of width in the back, so the rear bench should accommodate 3 adults for shorter journeys. It's also slightly longer than the German cars just mentioned, and also slightly higher. This means the headspace in the back is very good, even though it's a saloon car, not the estate version, and knee room is good as well. Also, the boot is bigger at 540 liters than the BMW 5 Series, and the Audi A6 is a good shape too and can take pretty much anything a family could need. Also, you can have a 40-20-40 rear seat split as an option, which increases the luggage room to 963 liters, which is quite good. Now, in many other reviews of the Jaguar XF, it's found to be the most engaging and most fun car to drive in its class. Well, I will see that when I get to drive the car, but for now, engines include just a single diesel, which is a 2 litre, and it features mild hybrid technology to reduce CO2 emissions. The rear-wheel drive D200, which is diesel, does 0 to 60 in 7.6 seconds, and the all-wheel drive car takes 7.8 seconds, and both can claim a top speed of 143 miles per hour. Also, you can choose two petrol variants: the P250, which will do the 0 to 60 miles per hour dash in 6.9 seconds, or the P300, which will do it in 6.1 seconds, and both with a maximum speed of 155 miles per hour. So the engines, again, the XF, you don't have as much variety as say the Germans, but it's still more than enough to make it competitive. As for economy, well, the diesel in rear-wheel drive form manages 57.2 miles per gallon, which is claimed, and the four-wheel drive car is a claimed 51.8 miles per gallon. The petrol P250 claims at 35.2 miles per gallon, while the range-topping P300 claims 32.9 miles per gallon. This is not groundbreaking, but it's not bad either. Again, the car remains competitive. Finally, the XF range kicks off from £31,800 for the entry level diesel with two-wheel drive and an automatic gearbox, and rises all the way to £51,600 for the petrol four-wheel drive P300. So that's the XF done, and now it's time for the verdict. Well, I do believe the XF is a good car, especially looking at it in detail in terms of interior, in terms of its driving capabilities, also in terms of its space and design. And well, I would say it's very, very well worth looking at it when trying to decide what car to buy in the executive car market, because the XF is a worthy contender and it will not disappoint you if you buy it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. See you soon. Goodbye.